Welcome everybody to this module I've created. It's one shot. It's called the Temple of Tymora. And here joining us is Hobbs, Mordok, and Lanathor. And if you could,
Hello.
have you all
Hey,
introduce yourselves and your characters. We'll start off
okay.
with Lanathor.
All right. Um, from what I understood, we all were inside of the Alliance, right? The Lord's Alliance. We came through training, so we know each other previously before the adventure started, right?
Yes.
Okay. So my character is Lanal Thor. He's a cleric, and he is trained and specialized in the knowledge domain. He's a little bit of a know it all kind of. I read it here, I read it there. So anything that you know, I feel like I've already read it in a book, you know. And he may come off a bit smug at some points, but he's really not trying to be that way. Um, he worships Mordain, and um, he's just basically out to do everything in the name of good.
All right. Very good. We'll move on to Mordok. And how do you
Yeah.
pronounce the last name?
Bezalel.
All right.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can say Bezalel if it's harder on you. Okay. My character's name is Morduch Bezalel. Um, Sorry for my accent, by the way. I'm not native English. Anyway, he's a sarcastic kind of guy uh, who enjoys a good game of cards and started out as a city guard in the city of Neverwinter, and now joined the Cloaks. Is it okay with you? And that it's the backstory?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, and now he is taking the role as a cloak in the Lords Alliance, and that's it.
All right. Very good. And Hobbs.
Okay, Hobbs is a human rogue, and his backstory is that he was from in his hometown of Phandelver. There was a corrupt townmaster who was like, if you know the story of like Robin Hood and Sherwood Forest, the Sheriff of Nottingham was like a real bad guy. This guy was probably a bit worse. And so when the Lord's Alliance was stationing themselves in the town to try and see what was going on there, my character assassinated the corrupt townmaster. And they saw that that could be used within their organization from time to time. So they approached me, and I did at least a year of training with them. And that brings us to our present day when we're about to go on this mission for them.
All right. Very good. And just very briefly, in real life, where are all of you from? If you want to say your real names.
I'm Sean Johnson. I'm playing Lan, and I'm from North Carolina.
I'm Snir
USA.
Geller. I'm playing Mordech Bezalel, and I'm from Nes Ziona, Israel. Far away.
I'm Derek Avery. I'm from Newfoundland in Canada, and I'm playing Hobbs.
And I'm Jamie Wilson, and I am the Dungeon Master. And I live in a place called Maine. Winter is coming.
New season starts soon. I ain't lying.
Yeah. Season, what was it? Season 6?
Yep.
Well,
Jon Snow died. Oh my god.
Spoilers.
Wow.
It's false. It's false.
Wait,
It's not
wait.
the truth.
It's not spoilers if
It's
it's after like 3 months, you know? 3 months, you can't call spoilers anymore.
I saw something somewhere, I think online, where they were talking about where they were gathering to film some of the shows for the upcoming season,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and the character who plays Jon Snow, he was seen at the airport coming in to do some filming. So there may be some kind of thing with him in the coming season. They were like guessing, right, because they thought, why would he show up for filming if he was no longer in the show?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Mm.
I'm not sure
He's the
how he's
White
going to be
Wolf.
in the show, but
He's a
might be
white wolf.
something. Then, yeah.
Maybe some flashbacks.
Everybody loves that show. I can't wait till everybody's dying for the next season to come out. And,
I know we gotta wait another year.
yeah,
All right. Well, we're gonna get started. Here we go, and we're gonna be using a mixture of theater of the mind, grid-based combat, and just being knowledgeable of what you have for skills, and use them to the best of your ability. All right. So here we go. It's gonna be a little bit of talking here, so bear with me. You had finished a year of training with the Lord's Alliance, and it's an order of knights dedicated to justice and peace within the region. So after you reach the rank of cloak, the Lion Crown, who is kind of like he is the supreme leader of the Lord's Alliance. He personally picked all of you for being the best and the brightest. And he summoned you, each and every one of you right out of training. So you were tasked by him to seek out the crown's most trusted sage, named Jakor Halon. And he's an eccentric, middle-aged human who is studying the location of lost temples within the Phandelver region. And let me bring you over to a map, if you haven't seen it already. See it right there. So this is an area that I'm pinging over here. This would be the Phandelver region, or most commonly called Phandelver. And so the research led him, Jakor, led him and 3 guardian knights to find a fabled temple dedicated to the goddess of Tymora. She is the goddess of luck and good fortune. And the temple was the first of its kind in the area in the ancient day, and it was also the last that ever was. So the king had handed over Jakor's last correspondence that was received, and the sage had indeed found the temple and marked on the map the location of a poorly cut trail off the Tribord Trail. So this is the Tribord Trail right here. And on the map it showed another trail leading off into the woods, which would be the location of the Temple of Tymora. So it had been, say, about 3 months since that last correspondence, and this made the Lion Crown very concerned about his safety and his whereabouts. So you travel for 4 days to reach to this location on the map by horse-drawn wagon, and the wagon master stops to unload your gear and goods and leaves you to your duty. And he said he would return in about 3 days' time at this very same exact location. So all of you had set on foot through the woods, and you come upon very poorly cut trail. You follow it about a mile inwards and you come to a small clearing where the ground slopes down steeply, revealing a ruin of columns and broken stone down below. And you also see an open archway cut into the base of the ravine. What
Okay.
will you do?
Well, we should turn around and go to Phandelver. No, just a joke about what we was talking about earlier.
Right. Well, I got the tools, man. I'll set it up right now. Here we go. Fuck this adventure.
Yeah.
No, just playing. Okay.
So what do you reckon? Should we head down the trail or have a look around?
By the slope of that, it could prove to be a little difficult. You should be careful if you are going down there. Maybe we should find a less steep decline and head towards an open archway. I don't want to risk breaking my ankle at the very beginning of this trip.
Yeah, we could probably find an area where if we could tie a rope on and help us get down without sliding and, like you say, twisting an ankle or something.
Marvelous idea, Hobbs. Marvelous.
All right. So, as you can see on the map, your general location is right here, where I drew a little circle, crappy circle. And you see that that's how the ravine is, just slopes down to the ravine. And you are all attempting to find a less steep way of traversing down the ravine.
I think we can manage it, you guys. I really do. How about I'll give it a shot, and then you can watch.
After you, Mordok.
Roll
no
a
problem.
acrobatics check.
No problem. Acrobatics.
Perfect. So, I would say you were just testing out your footing and just testing out to see if you're going to loose any rocks underneath your feet. And you have a good hold. It seems like there are a lot of boulders and rocks nearby where you can take a hold of just in case you slip. Seems safe.
I shout back to the guys, you should also have like a walking stick with you. So am I down there now? Am I at the bottom of the decline?
You're still attempting to navigate around the rocks. As you say that to the players. Yep.
I'll look around for like some old tree branch or stick that might be lying around that I could use for like a walking stick or something to help get down.
There are broken branches from an old dead tree.
They should suffice. I guess we'll all start trying to traverse the terrain.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll use the stick to help secure my way down.
Yep.
So that didn't take too long. That took about 10 minutes to go down through this. It's about 70 feet traveled. And you see the archway is coming closer, and you're right here, like in the middle of the ravine. And you see very clearly a ruin of columns and broken stone. And it just littered it about in front of an archway. And the archway is open. And it's cut into this base of the ravine. It looks like an entrance of sort.
Well, no wonder we haven't received another correspondence. It looks like the cave has collapsed on Master Jakor.
Now, why would he want to do that? I start walking very slowly towards the collapsed entrance, inspecting it.
Okay. Roll a perception check. And if all of you are searching around the area, you all can also roll a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for to see mainly like if he came this way and he also found it caved in, would it, like see if there's any footprints that lead off in another direction, or if the footprints go into the cave, that means he went in there first, then the cave-in occurred, like that idea.
Okay, so Lanathor, as you see the broken stone, like if it was pieces of a puzzle. But a puzzle for what? But it is clear after a couple of minutes that the stone was a door. It was a circular stone door. And it must have covered this archway perfectly. And carved on it is an inscription on one of the pieces.
I'll examine it closer.
Okay.
The inscription.
The inscription looks like it's written in Elvish.
And I understand Elvish, so I guess I should start trying to piece it together.
All right. And the inscription is sort of worn off a little bit over the ages. This temple this archway has stood here for a very long time, since the ancient days of old. But you make out the words, and it says, "Cursed."
Well, this is a bad omen already. I remember reading about this back in the libraries. I don't know why Master Jakor would come here by himself.
That's not a thing for the door to say, though. Wasn't this supposedly a lost temple of Tymora, the goddess of luck?
Before Mordok can say it, I say it looks like her luck has run out.
Very good role play. Hobbs, let's see. Oh, you rolled a check already. All right. And you were looking to see if there were tracks of some sort?
Yeah, because I was curious if, like, what I was thinking is if the tracks lead up to the cave-in and don't go anywhere else, I was going to, like, surmise that whoever made the tracks probably went into the cave, and then sometime afterward the cave-in occurred. But if the tracks went up to the cave-in like ours do, and then, like, looked around for a bit and then went off in one direction, then they probably got here after the cave-in.
After carefully searching around, you notice from where you had started off, you looked behind you, and you do see a set of dusted over marks into the ground. Clearly, you see it better now. It seems like a lot more dirt at the base, and you do see a set of footprints. Many footprints, by the way, walking in a single file. And the tracks lead to the archway. And it does extend beyond the rubble and the columns and broken stone. And there's some more dirt here near the entrance of this archway, and the tracks lead in. So it would suggest this cave-in has happened a long time ago.
So this cave-in isn't recent. This happened a while ago.
Yep. There used to be columns here back in the day. And just looking at it, you can tell that these columns were broken off from each other over the test of time. There could have been earthquakes, but they broke apart. And Jakar also notices that, there was a stone door here. But that was also broken apart.
So the entrance to this temple has fallen into disrepair some very long time ago.
Correct.
But I thought the Lion Crown sent us here to look for Jakor.
I'm guessing that if he came here, he would have found the same thing we have, and he might have looked for another way in. A side entrance or back door of sorts.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you two mind walking around and checking it out? And I will focus on trying to piece this together a little further. Maybe we can find some more information.
Yeah.
If you
well,
don't mind.
Okay, so we'll go around. We'll each take one direction, or should we both go in the same direction? Go all the way
I
around.
think we. I know it's usually a bad idea to split up, but maybe we should split up. I'll go up over the entrance if it's possible. Through here, can you see my drawing?
And if either of us find another entrance and that isn't caved in, we'll come back and let the others know.
Brilliant.
See you in a few minutes, and I head off in one of the directions.
Do be careful.
Will do.
Can I do a Arcana check on this piece to see if there's like a magical energy around it?
You sure
that-
can. Well, it's just
Nice.
just
It's a rock.
Just a rock.
Just gonna grumble to himself.
Okay, so someone just put a mark on the map. Who just did that with the orange?
That's
I was just showing. So I saw that somebody put a green line showing they were going up around. So I was just showing with the orange arrow that I was going in a different direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no, that's me. I'm the green one. So,
Okay, you're headed off towards the right of the area? Hobbs?
Yes.
Okay,
Actually, yeah, I'll go to the right.
so this is a ravine, so try to make this 3D as possible.
So did the archway look like the entrance was into the other side of this ravine? Like it went down into the
Correct.
earth?
Correct.
Okay, I see.
but it's kind of hard to see because right now the sun is going down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting darker. So this looks like it might be a tunnel going down. It's kind of hard to see. It's dark. The entryway is dark. All
Maybe
right.
that's why I couldn't piece this together. The
Oh,
light is starting to fade.
Hobbs, from what you see, you just see just the edge of the ravine. Nothing out of the ordinary. Uh, you see maybe a couple more pieces of columns, stonework, man-made stonework littered about, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
And Mordok, I believe that's you that was trying to go on top of the other
Yeah,
side.
I'm just not on top, just if you can see it,
Right
just
there.
maybe halfway through to have a better look on this angle to see if there's anything uh, peculiar other than this entryway.
Okay, nothing peculiar at present location, but you see at the corner of your eye behind you, a little bit further down the ravine, a cart.
I shout, "A cart!"
So I come running back if I hear him shouting stuff.
I point at the cart and start heading towards the cart.
Okay. So you come to an abandoned cart, about 60 feet away, and it's hidden behind a boulder, large boulder. But you did see like the top of the cart from at that angle, and
Okay. I think that we should be careful here. I take my longbow and how do you say it? Grab an arrow along with it.
all right.
Nook and arrow would be good. Noticing the presence of Mordok's bow, I would like to pull the shield from my back as I approach the cart as well.
Yeah, if they're being cautious, I'm going to take out my short bow and also get ready.
And I will start moving closer to the boulder on foot.
All right. As you get closer to the boulder, you start to see that the cart is becoming visible. It's very much intact, and on the sides is an emblem, and is very recognizable to you. It is the sigil of the Lord's Alliance.
This must be his cart.
Agreed.
Yeah, indeed.
It's very much intact, and you see about a couple bags on there. You see a pick and a chisel. So you see a couple backpacks, a pick, and a chisel.
You said he was going by himself. Jakar, was he?
No, he came with three, I would say bodyguards. He came with three warriors just to escort him to this area.
I wonder how they got the cult down here.
Well, you can roll a investigation check.
I do just that.
All right, so it's kind of unclear how a bulky cart like that come down the ravine and still be intact. But indeed, it is there, and you do see, like tracks, um, wheel tracks. Normally, this cart would be pulled by a horse, but there are no horses nearby. So it seemed like this was brought down with rope and human strength to leverage it down. Essentially, it was rolled down the hill.
They controlled it as they moved it down. He must have felt it was important to have it at the bottom here, close to whatever he was doing.
Yep. And Kerplunk, you did also notice from before other tracks coming from the cart and going back to this entryway, the archway.
So there's tracks coming from the cart to the entranceway. That's odd.
I wonder.
So the collapse happened ages ago, but there are tracks going into it from the cart and the cart going down the hill mysteriously. This isn't adding up.
There might be another way in somewhere nearby.
Yes, did you not complete your search?
As far as I went, I didn't find anything, just other, like, rubble and stuff that showed that temple fell into disrepair like long ago. But no other entrances.
I think I did tell you, but I'll say it again. No, in front of the rubble, and the broken columns, and the broken stone door, behind it, in yellow, is an archway, and the archway leads into a tunnel.
Yeah.
Into the ravine.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I thought you were saying the columns collapsed, forming a blockade that you couldn't get down.
That's what I thought. I thought the entranceway was blocked, but it's open?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that makes it a little easier then.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, Lan snaps his finger and goes, "We should probably go down this tunnel."
Yes, you are right, but not now. Now is dinner time, and we had to wait until morning, no?
It's going to be dark either way if we go down there. I think we should just start heading. You can eat while we walk.
Okay, I'll tag along.
Or you can take a nap in the cart and just watch the door while we go down and rescue our master, I mean. My master.
I'd rather be around people.
So I have a candle lit, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that in the text.
I have
Yeah, I see it.
I have a hooded lantern, and I'm going to light that before I go into the dark tunnel.
So right now I have a shield on my right arm and a candle in my left hand.
Should I light a candle as well? No.
It's up to you.
Oh.
My lantern gives out bright light for 30 feet, and then an additional 30 feet beyond that of dim light.
That would be enough, I guess. Then I'll keep my bow and arrow in hand.
I put my bow and arrow away when I light my lantern and go into the cavern. If needed, I'll think
Give
of
me.
something after.
The lost
I'll
part of
use
me.
4 over here.
And let's
So
see. Let's see. One more thing too. All right. And candles burn bright 5 feet and then dim for another 5.
sweet.
All right. So you have all decided, or yeah, all of you have decided to go down the tunnel or
Yep.
through the archway. Okay. Bear with me here for a second. Oh, also, probably should establish a marching order. If you guys are
Yeah, yeah.
unfamiliar, what a marching order is basically you want to probably put your strongest guy out front or the most perceptive guy out front based on abilities.
So who should go first?
Uh, Lan will go first.
Okay.
Probably because I'm probably the heaviest armored person in our party without Tom.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus,
So
I have a
I'll
cannon.
I'll be right behind you.
All right. Let me
And
just set.
I'll bring up the rear, but I'm going to be slightly off center of the line and hold my lantern out so that the light shines. They'll be able to see from ahead of them from the light from my lantern.
Okay, that's pretty cool. All right. So let me do one more thing real fast. I actually didn't put your tokens on the map, so I gotta go back to the page.
I drew a token. It's my token. You can't take it from me.
It's awesome.
Oops. Okay, just getting you guys set up. This should be the last of the waiting around.
I'm going
Oh.
to take a quick break, right quick, while you get everything set up.
Yep.
Just 1 second.
So how can I delete something that I draw?
You
The
select.
DM has to delete it, I believe.
Sorry about.
I checked on the draw thing, and there's a thing for drawing, shapes, freehand, everything like that, but I don't see an eraser.
Okay, so it's Lanathor first. And you're in the back. Shining your light. So bright.
Right, I'm back.
Okay. This is probably where dynamic lighting would have came into play. This would have been awesome. Okay, so 30 feet. And 2 feet.
Oh. You cheated.
On the road, I do the corner 3 in a row. What rules? What rules do you play by? Where I come from, we get 3 in a row, no matter if it goes around a corner or not.
Yeah, I was just trying something different. That's just what's taking a lot of the time. Okay. That didn't work out too well. Alright, well, anyways. Alright. Oh, my word. Jamie, hurry up. Derek loves it when we make him wait.
I don't mind.
Okay.
I know it takes time to set things up, and that's on patient.
Alright, so, blah, 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 blah. The door. So, in your mind, Lanathor, remember that door was broken apart, and it had an inscription that said "cursed." So, all of you walked over this broken stone door, and past this stone archway. And the entry of the archway is about 10 feet high, and 5 feet wide. And it leads into a dark, arched tunnel made of rough, ancient, ashen white stone. The tunnel itself is 5 feet wide and 8 feet high. And it extends out for about 30 feet before you. As it extends out, it also slopes down at a 30-degree angle. So, if you had not used the hooded lantern, Hobbs, the only light that would have been shining through the archway would have been the light from outside, which wasn't pretty much, because it's becoming dark.
Yeah, I figured it was practical because are we all humans?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, because I was a human. I wasn't sure, but so we're all human, and I figured we don't have like dark vision or anything, so we'd need to be able to see inside of the cavern.
You're not only human, but you're a human being.
Ooh,
Homo,
nice. That's deep.
Homo erectus.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you guys want to do?
We're traveling down the pathway, 30-degree angle.
Okay.
Lan is commenting over his shoulder about how Mordok needs a bath because his odor is really.
oh, come on! Don't judge me. Haven't been home for a while.
We all know you soldiers don't take baths on the battlefield.
Yeah, bath for little girls and stuff.
Cleanliness next to our Lord.
The tunnel's dusty and dirty. It's gonna get you even a lot more dirty. Stinky. Filled with cobwebs. All seems to have been untouched for thousands of years. And you can see it.
Wouldn't have Jakor come down here? He would have cleared out most of them, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he did, but you see that the tracks is very visible. That you do see tracks leading down. Tracks made into the dust. And it starts to fade a little bit. And you can see at the end of the tunnel that the temple grounds open up open to you. And you feel the crackling and crunkling of rock and pebbles beneath your feet. And the air is musty, moldy, and thick with dust here. The area is pitch black save for the light coming from your hooded lantern and candles. And I'm going to show you the map here.
All right.
Where you guys are at. And I will reveal some more areas. "30 feet bright." So he's back there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 bright. And 30 dim. Okay, that's perfect. I'll just call it that. Perfect. Alright. And... Yep, that works too. That's what I was messing around with, was the auras.
Yeah, I put an aura on myself of 30 feet. So that's the bright light, and beyond that we can see another 30 feet, but it's dim. So we only see like shapes and shadows and can make out a bit, but it's not complete darkness, but it's not like bright light either.
Oh, that's such a shitty looking token for you, Hobbs.
What?
That's a weird looking token for you.
It's a guy with 2 daggers, isn't it?
All right.
Okay. I'll give you some information now.
Hey, sorry about that. I got logged off.
We didn't do anything yet.
Yeah, we're just coming in through the entrance.
Okay.
Oh, Lanathor, you might want to come back.
Okay.
Good try. So, good try. So yeah, you see before you what looks like water, pulled into a cistern, 15 by 40 feet wide, undisturbed for centuries. And on either side of the cistern lies ancient brick wall on each side. The water is pitch black, and you cannot tell from looking at it how deep it could be. In the flicker of your flame, you see the edge of the cistern ahead of you, and centered upon it, seated on stone throne, a statue of a woman holding a scepter. The cistern before you is blocking your path in order for you to proceed any further.
So in front of us, this is a 30-foot high wall. Right here.
The wall is 50 feet high.
50-foot high wall, and then there's water up to it that we have no clue how deep it could be.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to walk to the edge of the water and grapple with Hobbs.
What?
And throw him into the water. No. I would like to roll a perception to see, or an investigation maybe, to see if there's anything around that might spark immediate attention.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Which would you like, investigation or perception?
I'll do a perception check.
All right.
All right. So you noticed. That's a good roll, by the way.
Thank you.
The walls on both sides of the cistern have some broken off pieces. It is possible where you can grab a hold of to shimmy yourself across.
Well, I would relay that information to my comrades, saying that they could shimmy down the wall or they could take a swim. But one way or another, they're going first.
I'm stinky anyhow. I don't care. I can take a swim.
Yeah, you could take a bath.
All right.
So
Go ahead.
I was going to say, you're saying there was holes. Do you mean on the sides of the wall, like over here?
Sides of the wall, and it's about 5 feet up from the water. So it's kind of like rock climbing, but you'll be shimmying across the rock.
Okay.
It,
I'm
if
going to try to.
Okay.
I guess I'll move over to the side and tell them I'll try and climb across.
Yes, I'll hold your lantern while you go.
Yeah, I was going to suggest holding the lantern. I wonder if I could. I was just thinking maybe if I hold if I take one end of a rope, like, and I climb across, and then when I get up there, you can we can make like a pulley system and send the lantern up to me or something, because I don't think any of us are going to be able to climb and hold on to the lantern at the same time.
So
I see that's reasonable. So I'll hold on to the one end of the rope and you hold on to the other.
And I'm going to try and climb across. It would have to go. I'd have to go across and up a bit, I guess, because is this area up there you were saying is 50 feet higher?
Yep. And actually, the first kind of like crevice you see into the wall, it's going to take a jumping action just to get to it.
Oh.
Okay.
So you would have
I'm
to
going.
roll an I'm going to say athletics or acrobatics, whatever your choice, to attempt to grab onto that.
I lay my hand on him and give him guidance using a cantrip before he does the roll, but he rolled it while I was saying it.
Yeah, no, that's
So
still
that's
works.
yeah, it's +4 to 19. That's got to be great, right? Or as a 1d4.
All right, Hobbs, I'll let you role play that successful roll.
He after he puts his hand on my shoulder, and I feel like I'd be able to make a pretty good jump. I get a little run and jump and grab out to the handholds or the indentations.
Okay, and oh, we lost the guy there. All right, so you're able to hold on to it, and it's taking a little effort just to hold on. You do see a couple more crevices along the wall where you can probably shimmy across on. It won't take much effort to get to the second one, but it might take another acrobatics or athletics check just to see if you could be able to, side jump along to the third crevice.
So I take a good look, and I jump to the third crevice with the roll of 22,
Okay.
hoping that's a success.
Yep. And you made it. So Hobbs successfully shimmies across along the wall, holding on to the crevices, using the crevices as a guidance, and he swings over onto the other side of the cistern.
I approve.
So I'm on the cistern now.
Yes.
Okay, and I'll call back for them to like tie the lantern onto the rope so that I can pull the lantern up to where I am, and then they can I guess, try and follow the way I was coming across. They would have been able to see the way I went, and I tried to pick the easiest way of getting across, so that if they followed,
Okay.
they'd be able to like have maybe a little bit easier time not seeing like where I put my foot is in a safer spot than putting it somewhere else where it might slip or something like that. Like, might help a little just to help get them across.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do?
You go first, Glenn.
Well, I'm gonna attach the lantern to the rope and go ahead and give him the good old ready for him to pull. And I'm not quite as acrobatic as our friend over there, so I want to inspect the water before I even attempt to try this.
Sure.
Do you want another? You want another roll?
Yes. Actually, no. Just visibly. I mean, you cannot. Well, it's dark, and the water is pitch black,
Yeah.
even with the light source.
What's it smell like?
Smells sulfuric.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dip one finger into the water to see if it's like oily or if it hurts, if it's tainted.
It doesn't hurt when you put your finger in, and it is not
Okay.
oily. It is cold.
It's very cold.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll give this a shot. I just don't see me making those rolls. All right. Yes, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Start making my way using the footholds that I watched my friend go through.
You can do it.
Yep.
I'll secure the shield to my back and head on.
And the lantern was already shimmied across to Rogue. To Hobbs.
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 All right. Ah, nice. You can roleplay that if you like. That was successful.
So, after a brief doubt on myself, he would like turn his palms up to the air and just be like, "You know what? I leave it in your hands, Lord." And he grabs a hold of he takes a run and with a big hand just secures it right firmly into the slot, and in the same motion just swings off to grab the next one without stopping. I would imagine with a crit that would be possible, you think?
I'll allow that. Yeah, that would be like a combo. It's like you had enough energy to get to the next one, but
Right.
since you did that, you need to roll a strength check because in the heat of the moment, I don't know if you're going to have the strength to hold on to this next crevice. Ah, indeed you did not. Unfortunately, you lost, I would say, lost your footing, and you fell into the water.
Sweet.
And I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. All right. So you were surprised, but you didn't get submerged underwater. You're actually able to stay afloat, and you're
So
able.
I cannot touch?
Yep, untouched.
No, I mean I can't touch the ground.
You cannot touch the ground.
Okay, cool. It's deep, guys, and very cold.
Yep. So Lanathor is able to make it to the other side, and the ledge there is only like about 4 feet. He can actually climb up on top of it. Yep. Mordok.
Shout parkour and go for it.
Just swim. Just swim across.
Yeah?
You could use the
Okay,
bath.
Mordok.
I'll try my to show my acrobatics. No, my athletics.
All right. Well,
Oh,
what were you trying to do? Dive in?
and just no, go through the crevices.
Oh,
Just jumping
yep.
from one edge to another. If I
Unfortunately,
anyhow,
unfortunately, you missed. You were unable to connect your hands with the crevice along the wall, and you slipped backwards. And you're gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw.
yeah, no problem.
Ah, unfortunately, you had swallowed some of this water. You were very surprised when reaching off to the crevice and diving into the water, and you swallowed some water. Yeah, and it tastes like
Yummy.
shit. You swallowed some of it. But otherwise, you float back up and you're able to swim off to the other side.
I swim. I go out, and I tell them it was on purpose, of course.
Just from being a like a lore junkie, Lan's gonna be standing in front of the statue, kind of studying it, jotting some notes down, murmuring to himself about Tymora.
Okay, very good.
The statue here. Does it have any valuables or that I can see? Or is it just plain?
Let's see. Well, you do see that. Oh, come on, roll 20. See, I didn't write these in notes. I wrote the notes inside little hidden icons you can't see. Okay. So in the middle of this bridge is a gray stone statue of the goddess Tymora, sat upon a throne base, and she's holding a stone scepter in her left hand. And on her right hand, it looks like a 100-sided stone dice. It's about, I would say, 6 inches in diameter.
Nice.
I guess you'd have to be lucky to roll what you need on 100-side dice.
I've never seen a dice with so many sides before.
So the elephant in the room right here is this big blood smear. I didn't know if anyone was gonna notice it.
Yes. And to the left of the statue, you see a dry trail of blood near an open doorway. Your light does not shine further down, except for maybe little bits of pieces of the hallway, and I'll reveal that to you right now. And you're unsure what direction this trail of blood came from, but it's nearby this doorway.
Looks like something was hurt and dragged off.
With a little.
We should the other way.
What did you say? What'd you say, Mordok?
I was saying that we should maybe head the other way. Where there's no blood.
But if he's still alive, whatever caused this blood, maybe we could aid them. I am a cleric. I feel like I should go investigate. And if it's Master Jacor, I would feel terrible if he perished because of my unwillingness to be hasty. So I'm going to secure my shield back out front. And I'm just going to kind of glance over my shoulder, like seeing if these guys behind me are in agreement.
I'm reluctantly agreeing. I'm saying I was afraid you were going to say that we had to go the way that the blood was.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't want to stay alone. I'll just go with you guys.
You're going the other way?
No. I'm going with you.
Oh, okay.
With me,
Yeah, so with my shield out front, I'm gonna head down the pathway,
Okay.
and I'm gonna channel some guidance as I walk down here, just in case anything was to surprise me. And perception. And crit fail.
I forgot what guidance was. I gotta check that out.
It lets me give a 1d4 to any check, ability check.
Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. All right, perception check. All right, so that'll be a 6. Yeah. Yep. 8 against. All right, so you're just checking out this area.
Mm-hmm.
So after following the dried blood trail, you come to a round statue display room where you see a woman dressed in chipped, cracked copper robes, kneeling and looking up as her hands are against her breast and cupped upwards. Not her breasts, her hands. Within the middle of her cupped hands, you see what seems to be ashes. To your right, you see a torch sconce, or a torch holder. It's empty without a torch. To your left, you see the room leads to a larger room, but you're unsure what lays inside because the area is dim. The smell coming from within that room smells like burnt wood and coal, and a sweet bitter smell of something decayed.
I am not one to rush into anything, but
What is this you see there?
it's
I
safe
shout from the
for as
hallway.
far. It's safe from what I can tell. You can come in here and look for yourself. Do be careful of staining your shoes.
I go over to check this little thing on the side over here of the gun.
The torch sconce?
Oh, that's for where they would put a torch?
Yes, and it's empty.
Have some modesty, Mordok. Act like you've never seen breasts before the way you stare at that statue.
I'm not drooling, it's just the water thing, remember?
There
Very
is
artistic though.
something that catches the corner of your eye, and there is. Okay. You see an inscription at the base of the statue. All of you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I bend down closer to see if I can read it, if it's in a language I know.
it is in Elvish.
I say I can't make out what this says. Some sort of gobbledygook.
And the,
Let me try to read it.
You can read gobbledygook?
I dabble in the ways of gobbledygook.
because the words are worn and it seems like they're incomplete. It looks like the ages of time have faded some of the words. I'll have you roll a perception check.
All right. Can I also do a history afterwards to maybe see what the statue is and how it relates to the lore that I would know?
Of course.
Okay.
All right. Successful perception, and it says, "Here lies the Saint Lamaria, the one who sits in loyalty and faith, praying day and night, even while others sleep. The incense she burned smelled so sweet, and filled the halls as she looked upon our generous mother, Tymora."
Basically, she's an incense holder.
And you did a history check.
Mm-hmm.
So, in your studies long ago, when you were studying Wujikar, you realized that there are many saints within the Tymoran religion, and Lamaria was one of them. And she had dedicated her life to Tymora, and she stayed in this very room, unmoved. And she gave alms to Tymora every day with incense. And the statue, the Tymora religion always had the statues placed where many of these priests would stay. So this was a reminder to the temple of her loyalty and faith. And this area is called the Hall of Loyalty.
I relay that information to the other two, and I'm gonna head into the opening, the dimly lit opening, with a ready stance. Shield out front, of course.
Okay. Did any of you touch the statue?
No.
I might want to investigate the room.
It was just a plain statue, right? There was like no jewel encrusted thing or anything on it
No.
that looked valuable. So it just being a regular statue. The only thing I tried to do was read the gobbledygook, but I couldn't make it out.
Okay.
But Landalthor read it for us.
All right. So you want to investigate the next area?
Okay, let's go.
I think there's more blood there.
Yes.
That must mean we're on the right trail.
You can go in first, Rob.
So as you come to this small room, it is engraved with figures of Tymora and her saints in the reaches above you. It's about 15 feet above you, and they're lined up all across along the wall. And you see in front of you a trail of blood upon the broken stone floor, streaking away from a ruffled black wooled bedroll. A burnt-out camping fire in several boxes, which may have served as supply caches for whoever owned the sleeping bag. But overall, it seems like this area was a place for prayer within the temple.
So the blood trail led in here or led from here? Can we tell that?
Yeah, from here.
So something went out here. Okay, I thought it was going in here. That was fun. All right, so I don't see anything really of interest. So
And
while they're in there, I guess I'm gonna walk back over here to the statue and reread the inscription to see if I find anything maybe.
What is this item on the floor next to the bedroll? Is that like some kind of torch or mace or something?
That is a dwarvish-made retractable torch stand.
Okay.
It is portable. The dwarves make the finest things in the land of Faerun.
So it looks like somebody was sleeping in here and got dragged out of the sleeping bag.
I heard.
Maybe-
Oh, I'm sorry.
oh yeah, maybe there's something inside the bedroll. I look in it.
There is something. What could it be? You see a torch and a full flask of water.
I take the water and bring it to Lan to inspect it. I have found a potion.
You found what?
A potion.
Oh, it's a potion. All
No,
right.
no, it's well, yeah, okay, we'll call it a potion. It is actually water.
I would like to do a medicine check to see if it is medicine.
Okay. No, it's not medicine, but it is it is a full flask of water, and something was added to the water.
I'll tell him it is purified drinking water and a little bit extra to help your libido.
Oh, gimme.
As I'm rereading this inscription, I guess I will lightly graze my finger across the statue, tracing the words I am reading. Wink, wink, wink.
While he's doing that in that room, I'm going to use my crowbar to try to open one of these crates or boxes and see what's inside.
Great. I will. Let me do that for Hobbs first.
All right.
And
Just
So-
remember, whatever we find goes to the alms box.
Yes, charity begins at home.
so you see in one of these. You see in one of these boxes. You sift around through some trash. It looks like trash and odds and ends of nothing of importance. And beneath it, beneath all that, you see a scroll enclosed inside a case.
So I extract the case and say to Mordok, it looks like a scroll, and I open it to see if indeed what's inside.
As you unravel the scroll, written in Dwarvish. If you can read Dwarvish, you are able to read
Yes,
this.
I can read Dwarvish.
Aha! Well, it says, and it's written in. It seems like it was written long ago, but the ink is still bright, still nice and dark on the paper, and it says, "The Temple of Tymora." I got to make my NPC voice here. The Temple of Tymora, built by my ancestor, stands hidden for centuries. I have written this account as the guardian of these grounds to ensure its seclusion. I grow old with age, and therefore I must pass these to you, Hildor of the Dwarvish clan Greenhill. First, do not attempt to open the temple. The stone door was shut to keep the evil out. There are those who may wish to enter for the relics that lay inside. Most noticeably, the Staff of Tymora. Pieces of it are scattered within, but can be reassembled to weaken the power of demon influence. The woman may still lie within. Her necromancy may still linger. Do these things and your life may be long and without worry. Written by Modar Greatsong.
So I read that out loud so that Mordok can hear it, and even Landau Thor, if he can hear from the other room. And then I roll up the scroll and put it back in the case.
Alright,
Interesting.
so we're back to Lanathor. Lanathor. Okay, right?
Yep.
Still looking. Alright. So you grazing your finger along the Elvish inscription. And just touching it, you can tell that the statue is made of fine copper, but that it was worn and faded over time. But as you touch the statue a little bit, you don't see anything out of more information out of the inscription. But you see the face of the statue looking up very slowly.
It's looking at me.
It's looking at you, and the head begins to crumble and break around the neck. But before the head breaks off, you hear a voice from within the statue. And with a great scream, she yells, "Leave now!"
Hmm.
The neck cracks and the head falls to the ground, shattering in little stone pieces. And coming from within the statue, snakes with glowing yellow eyes slither out. And they slither out fast, and they slither out into the open near the cistern. And it seems like you hear a splash.
Shall we go now? Did y'all get? Did they? Could you see what happened? Where from where y'all stood?
We
DM?
hear any of
Was that visible to Hobbs and Mordock?
That was visible to Hobbs. He
I
saw,
saw some snakes go by,
yeah,
so I cautiously move a little closer to the entrance there and look in to see if there's any more, or if they make sure they're gone before I go into the room.
Very interesting. Interesting indeed.
What happened? Where'd those snakes come from? You broke the statue.
She
I
broke
don't know if we
herself.
should be destroying stuff in
Oh man, oh man.
Well, to be fair, Mordain is the only god I serve, not Tymora. They did tell me to leave, but I cannot leave without fulfilling my mission.
The snakes told you to leave?
The statue hollered in a voice, telling us to leave.
Because I found a scroll in the other room that suggests that there once was a necromancer down here, and she may still be down here. And also, there's a scepter of Tymora that is scattered in several pieces around somewhere in the temple and may yet be reassembled.
The lost scepter of Tymora. That's even more reason to continue our search. Relics like that need to be documented. Who knows if we'll ever have a chance to be here again. I'm gonna keep heading this way.
I want to give everybody inspiration, by the way. Very great role playing. And good use of your characters.
Cheers.
Every time I feel like I get inspiration or something cool happens, I feel like the Final Fantasy VII like winning music is playing in my head. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Do 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 do.
Yep.
Something like that. All right, so you're back on the cistern, Hashi, next to the goddess Tymora. All right, you want to look at that some more, or go on further?
Well, I had when we first come across, I stared at it, jotted down notes, maybe even sketched a picture while everyone was getting adjusted. And I feel like I've done all I could with that. I didn't touch it, but you know.
Yeah.
So I walked casually on by it, maybe giving it a glance as continuing down towards this hallway. Hobbs and Mordock was telling me basically that they found the scroll and that there's a necromancer maybe that was supposed to be kept out. And using my knowledge of stuff, I know that there's something nice and ancient about the relic and falling into the wrong hands, and plus I want it for my own selfish documentations. So I'm continuing to press on.
Mordock.
I had to go on, shaking and trembling. Mordok hates snakes.
And you hate feeling sick because right now you're feeling like you're coming down with a flu of some sort.
Yeah, probably those water I drank earlier on purpose.
Yeah, I think so, and I think you're gonna have to make some kind of roll here. I'm not too certain. Let me see.
Oh, shucks.
uh, damn it.
The
Roll
DM
20.
was the DM gave a little bit of a giggle when you went underwater. It was, something bad was gonna happen.
Man.
So this is what's gonna happen. Uh, it is going to. The water was slightly poisoned from just being stagnant for all these years, and you're gonna lose 2 hit points.
I barf a little bit. Don't tell this to anybody.
I would imagine Hobbs was the only one that could have probably noticed his
His
wounds.
back of his boot is now covered with barf.
So this
There's what?
A little bit of puke. Nothing that you should notice.
I think he puked on you a little.
He got a little bit sick and said not to mention it to anybody.
Yeah.
So this room that you have come across is another statue room. You see a statue before you, and again you see a metal sconce hangs on the left of the wall, and no torch is on the wall, and you see a statue kneeling. It's a figure of a woman in bronze in a long dress flowing from her waist. And as the statue is depicting, the woman is kneeling, laid out arms and body forward in the ground in submission to Tymora. So you know how people goes, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy.
Yeah.
That's how it looks like. Can you give me a couple seconds? My cat just puked.
Oh man, it was Mordok.
His cat was
It
in the
was me.
cistern in water and got sick. I had that happen one time many years ago. I went to visit an aunt of mine, and she had one of those little like poodle type dogs, and it was very excited. It was an indoor dog, and it was very excited that there was company. So it was like racing around the kitchen and running in circles and just all hyper.
Yeah.
And after like 2 or 3 minutes, it stopped, and it just like did a little bit of throw up again, and it got too excited, I think.
Oh, nasty.
Too much quick motion and running around and stuff. It made itself sick. Are you okay there, Mordok? You don't look so good.
Nothing to be afraid. They just give me the creeps. I wipe the barf off my face.
Hello? Ah. Hi.
You don't think there's I ask Land, you don't think there's anything like if perhaps this statue has snakes hidden inside it too, or that, do you? Just to be safe, we better be careful not to touch it when they trigger it, and snakes may come out of it.
What do you guys want to do?
Without touching it, I'm going to take a look to see if it has any gobbledygook written at the base, or like the other statue did.
All right. Roll a perception check. Just because again, the words are faded. And let's see. You see description at the base of the statue, and it reads, in common, she was a sinner and did not believe in luck, nor did she believe that all of Tymoran's children deserve good fortune. Yet she repented and knelt before the divine mother of luck and fortune. All must emulate the sinner and repent. Only then they will receive the blessing of long life, bountiful riches, and lucky outcomes.
Are either of you prepared to repent your sins before this god?
I'm considering it.
I'm gonna reach out.
I've always believed in luck, but I will happily repent if it means a long life filled with riches.
Well, let's see what happens. Land's gonna reach his hand out and touch this statue as well.
Oh. Be careful, I warned you not to do that.
Last time this happened, the head fell off and snakes came out.
Yes, all the more reason not to do it this time.
As you reach out to touch the statue, the tile underneath you tilts, and you have activated a pressure plate.
Okay.
And a metal anvil attached to a pulley from the roof drops down onto your body. You will need to make an acrobatics check.
I feel like we're on Looney Tunes right now.
An anvil fell on you. Possibly. Or maybe not.
All right. Well, you
Wile E. Coyote.
able to dodge a little bit of the metal anvil dropping down, and it comes down really fast onto your right arm. And you're going to take 1d6 damage.
That's a crit. That's a perfect roll. What do you mean? Hit me. That is. There's no way that hit me.
It grazes you. Oh, I had to roll the damage right.
Be lucky it never fell directly on your head. You may be in a lot worse shape.
It would have been worse, yep.
So count yourself lucky.
So I don't know if you know about your tokens. You can click on your token.
I don't know, man. That's pretty rough. That's 1/3 of my health on a grazing anvil that I couldn't have reacted to any faster. That's insane. But I got you.
It was a test of resistance. You resisted the anvil from it fully hitting you.
That's fine.
and you're still on the pressure plate. Well, no, you're off the pressure plate now, actually. So you see the rope and the anvil on the ground. It's about 40 feet of rope.
Maybe we should take the rope. Make use of it.
Why do we get it untied from up above?
So I'll reveal a little bit more here. You see a hallway, and your light is shining into a room. Assuming that your hooded lantern is still running. But it might need some oil soon.
So should we check the other room? Are you good to go?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I just took a anvil to the shoulder, but I'm feeling a little less like I want to keep walking in here.
Watch out for the. Let's make a point of not touching any more of these statues just in case, because one had snakes and one had falling anvils, and so far that's not a good track record. I'll go in. I'll go and look in this room first, just to see if there's anything of interest. There's what looks like to be a bunch of cots and a big barrel. Might have been some sort of barracks.
You see a larger room with 8 unkempt beds of ancient origin, made of fine maple and stuffed cow's skin. And everything in the room is littered with soot, dust, pebbles, and cobwebs. It may seem this was a resting spot for the priests of this chamber.
I'm gonna.
All you see is beds and nothing else.
Is this big barrel
In the
in the
barrel.
room too, or
In the barrel.
I'll check the barrel just to see what's in it. I'm assuming it was either, I don't know, maybe some supplies for them or something.
You see within the barrel a potion of healing.
Oh, really? Well, then I'll take that potion of healing.
And there'll be a
And,
1d6 upon use.
And I'm going to take that out to Lan and say, here, drink this. It's a potion of healing.
Potions are rare in this world. You can just hold on to it. Maybe we could use it at a more emergent time.
Well, that anvil clipped your shoulder pretty bad.
I'm fine.
Well, Mordok, standing where he is,
Yeah.
he is actually able to see something under the bed, one of the beds, and on the left side of the room. Yes,
Then I go in and check it out.
he sees it at the corner of his eye. And what could it be? It's very visible, so you don't need a roll. You see you see what looks like a skeleton huddled up, dressed in white robes. And he's holding a dagger. Or it is holding a dagger.
I shriek at the sight. And I go back and call on Hobbes.
What is it?
You should better check it out. I'm kind of I'm not into skeletons and stuff.
Skeletons? Don't. They've been there a long time. It's probably the corpse of some long dead.
Yeah, well, but you said that there's a necromancer at work here, no? Maybe we
Yes.
ought to get a bit.
I just come to the entranceway and I crouch down a little and try to look under where he was pointing to see if it's where the skeleton is at.
Morduk, you are feeling ill again. You're ready to retch up. And you're now
Oh, man.
retching up blood.
Oh man.
It'll be a -2 hit points.
Ugh.
You don't look so good there, Mordok. Perhaps you should drink this healing potion.
My weaknesses are skeletons and snakes. They make me feel bad. But we should grab a hold onto the potion for time of need.
And as you get a little bit closer to the skeleton, you see what looks like a scroll, and it's stuffed underneath, between the mattress and the frame. And it's the same
The
bed.
skeleton.
It's just, yep.
The
it's-
skeleton. Sorry, the skeleton hasn't moved yet, has it?
No.
It's just like a real skeleton, like just a dead corpse lying there.
You can roll a, I would say a survival check. Just to make sure. Yes, indeed, it's just a skeleton.
Okay, so I cautiously reach in under for the scroll to try and see what if this one is written in something that I can read, like Common or Dwarvish, or if it's instead written in gobbledygook. I'll check it and see.
And so what you do is you see underneath the bed, you see the skeleton. Okay, and between the mattress, you see an old scroll, and it's stuffed in, between the mattresses. And if you want to read it, it is written in Elvish.
Okay, I can't read that. I'll bring it to Land to see if he can decipher this gobbledygook.
Hey Hobbs, I think that the skeleton also has is holding on a knife, dagger. Maybe you could take it from him.
Okay, I'll give the scroll to Lion and say I couldn't make out any sense of this gobbledygook. Maybe you can understand it.
I'll
gonna
take
go-
it and read it.
I'll be right back. And I rush back in and I say, what did you say? The skeleton had a dagger?
Yeah, I think so. Could you look and take it away from him, just in case he rises up?
Okay, I'm going to reach in and snatch the dagger away from the skeleton. I have it. I have the dagger.
All right, so you gain a dagger.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Yep, it's silver trimmed, the hilt, and brandish on it is the symbol of Tymora. You'll see a prominent icon of the 100-sided dice.
So I like have to up and down in my hand and just check it out, like holding it by the handle, just motion around with it just to test how well it's made and its weight and balance and stuff, and get familiar with it.
Okay.
Looks like a
And
very nice dagger.
it's a standard dagger found in the player's handbook, and it is 1d4 piercing, finesse, light, and thrown.
Great.
I think Lan is still away.
No, I'm here.
Oh, all right.
I was reading the scroll.
And as you were reading the scroll, it reads, "We are not safe. They keep coming. The whole order is dead by this foul magic. For whosoever is reading this opened the door to something that was meant to be shut. Turn back now, I beg of you."
So what does it say? I asked.
I think he's lagging out.
Hmm.
Lena Thor. Can anybody hear Lanathor? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you, but I
can-
can't hear Lanathor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Guess not.
Looks like I don't know, he's logged into, I guess, Roll20, but I don't know if his mic is working or not. He's
Yeah.
also
No,
not,
it doesn't.
but he's not responding in chat either, so he might be not fully connected or something.
Yeah.
So right now, Modok is poisoned. Poisoned by the water that he gulped down. This time he's retching up blood.
Unfortunately.
Yep. Well, we'll just wait for him to come back, I guess.
Yeah. I'll go take a bathroom break for just a second.
Okay.
Be be right back.
Okay. How you liking this so far, Derek?
It's pretty good. It's a good little, like, I like the way the story's progressing, and the three characters seem to be meshing well as we're exploring the Lost Temple.
Yep. Having the general idea of getting this going was easy, but putting it, setting it up was hard because, I mean, you guys can't see it, but I have little icons where it will show me, what's in the room, uh, what kind of checks you can make, the results of the checks.
Yeah, a little like situational notes or whatever,
Yep.
little reminders and things. Yeah, I hope he's just. I hope it's nothing serious with his connection there.
Right. I wonder if I'm the one that starts the game, if I'm considered a host. I'm gonna try restarting my page.
I'm back.
Okay, what's up? I'm gonna restart my page. I'll be right back.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
he's not in here. So he must have. It's possible Windows updates.
Oh yeah, that would be bad if some update started on him or something like that.
Yeah,
Then you had to wait till it finished.
Windows Windows 10 is notorious for that.
I saw
Okay.
somebody online saying that they were offering like free updates to some people for Windows 10,
Yep.
but he was
Yeah.
suggesting that you should hold off. He said right now, he said it's still not fully like 100%. He said it's better to let other people take the free offer first and like sort of test it out themselves,
Yeah.
and let them be the guinea pigs for it, and then see what they say, how well it's working and what's going on, and then later on, get the update instead of rushing to get it.
Right. And just for the purposes of the stream, I'm gonna stop the stream, and there'll be a part 2 for whoever is gonna be
Okay.
watching this. So I'm stopping the stream.